Can you take the heat? It's a revolution. Chicken wing worshippers unite today on The Express. On today's show,
Shady Tree Pub goes through 18,000 individual wings every month.
the messier, the better. Then forest or medicine cabinet. Go ahead, take your medicine.
All right. Numerous bunch of organisms on this particular tree.
And only 5 Canadians received this honor.
For me to be accepted to it, it was a big honor.
Recognizing sea to sky talent, join us for The Express. Welcome to The Express on Shaw TV. I'm your host, Nicole Fitzgerald, and the Shady Tree Pub is the place to be on a Thursday night. For many, it's a rite of passage here in Squamish, a long-standing tradition of 13 years. And where does it start? With the golden chicken wing. Very yummy. We're going to take a bite in just a moment. But first, have you ever eaten tree bark? It's not the tastiest of adventures, or so I thought. A magical place. Snow falls outside of time. A creek still teems with life. And the sound of snowshoes harmonize naturally, as if each footstep were the instrumental heartbeat driving forth Mother Nature's symphony.
Beautiful out here, isn't it?
Canadian Snowmobile Adventures guide Luke Koala is the skywalker of the Callahan Valley, which feels oh so far, far away in a distant galaxy. The Force is with him on every snowshoe tour, on every tree encounter.
I've been playing outside for, well over a decade, climbing and backpacking and skiing. I've always just loved naturalism. I've loved the intricacies of the inner workings of the forest, I should say, how everything kind of just, goes together and nothing's really out for its own, Everything works together, everything's symbiotic. So we got female on this side, male on this side. They are authentic to the Coast Salish down in Squamish. We've been told that they are a mating pair, so this is actually a fertility omen.
Part philosopher, part bookworm, serenity turns to science as the tour progresses down the Medicine Trail. Historically a First Nations trapping line and harvesting resource, basically the modern-day equivalent of a medicine cabinet.
The medicinal properties of everything around us right now are pretty huge. Everything from just a quick bout of vitamin C to some organisms and plants that were used to control or even treat and even cure type 2 diabetes. All right. Numerous bunch of organisms on this particular tree.
And all of them, this paramount of nature teaches, are good for you.
All pretty much good for you. This stuff right here is actually going to be in the tea we're drinking. All these lichens are basically, number one, antibiotic. So you can actually use them in wounds as a gauze or as basically a bandage. And when you drink them in the tea, they're really good for your lungs and your immunity.
Drinking 4 cups of this tea a day, 40 hours a week, it's no wonder the Saskatchewan native energetically tackles everything on the tour, from plants' healing properties to survival tips, to just appreciating the beauty of the scenery like it was for the first time.
As long as the snow's falling, I got a smile on my face.
What an incredible way to spend a snowy afternoon. Today's tour is 2.5 hours followed by a snack. Now in the evening they snowshoe for an hour and then they head over to the caboose for a giant bonfire, chili and brownies all made by the Barefoot Bistro. Now this is what I call roughing it. And as the tour wrapped up on top of a frozen lake, it was time for tea. A medicinal brew sourced from the land we explored.
This right here is a piece of a reishi mushroom. I just like to call it the superpower tea because it makes it feel like a Superman. Wonderful stuff.
Wonderful stuff, thanks to experiencing through the eyes and heart of a wonderful guy. Well, cheers to a great day.
Cheers, you too. What's up?
A huge thank you to the 2 Lukes. You don't need to worry about a thing. Canadian Adventures will even suit you up with coats, mitts, and boots. Well, the Shady Tree Pub in Squamish likes to beat up their wings. They batter them. It's the secret to these Thursday night crowds. Now, the secret to international photography. Reporter Alana Ponsoby has our answer.
I've always had a passion for climbing photography, and as the older I got, the more I wanted to travel and focus on climbing and climbing destinations.
And for the last 10 years, that's exactly what Squamish photographer and rock climber Paul Bride has done. Spanning 6 continents, he's hung from cliffs, climbed mountains, and even lived out at sea to capture the perfect adventure shots.
The Himalayas, in Nepal, Mediterranean, in Malta, Australia, all through the States. So it's brought me around the world, living in caves or living on walls for long periods of time, and it's been interesting.
Interesting and extremely challenging at times. Paul says just one shot can take a full day's work, and that's only with good weather and lighting on his side.
Yeah, it's not the best day for shooting today, but generally my favorite area is just up here on the side of the sheep called the North Walls.
And with no shooting in Squamish today, Paul's instead preparing for his next climbing expedition.
Organizing a rock climbing shoot can take a lot. 1 to 2 ropes, and then the climbing gear itself with the cameras, the food, water for the day. So the pack can, it can be up to 60 pounds, so when you have to carry it all day long and then back, it can start to add up.
But his hard work and determination over the years has not gone unnoticed. Many of his images have made it to the covers of climbing magazines around the world.
It's been good for my career to have somebody from, internationally look at your work or consider your work good enough to be published in their magazines. It's been an honor to do it as well.
From action and adventure photography to pure nature, Paul's talents are now being recognised across the globe after images from his Elements collection have been featured in this 2010 Silvershotz International Journal of Contemporary Photography.
It's a collaboration of 34 photographers from 6 continents. For me to be accepted to it, it was a big honor.
Now, with photography credits across the board, there's no stopping Paul clicking his way to steeper cliffs and higher mountains for his best shots yet.
I love my job. I have a real passion for it, and I can't think of anything else I'd rather do. His mother caused the ocean.
From the Paul Bride Gallery in Squamish, I'm Alana Ponsoby for The Express.
She was so swollen, and she cut herself, and all this water came out.
A storm is brewing next for Paul. He's going to be organizing storm images from across North America for his next exhibit. KFC has its secret recipe, and so does the Shady Tree Pub, only nobody's talking.
Wings dropping in the fry. That's about it. Let's put her out. The Shady Tree Pub goes through 18,000 individual wings every month.
What's the secret behind these suckers?
Well, we flour them twice, called double crunch. I can't tell you exactly what's in it, because then it wouldn't be ours.
Way back when, chicken wings used to be super, super cheap. Basically, the butchers were throwing them away. So once upon a time, someone said, hey, let's utilize these. It's a fairly inexpensive way of having some pub food.
Oh, it looks like we got the yin and yang of chicken wing sauce happening in here.
This is my favorite. I use honey, garlic, and hot. It's my favorite. Call it fire and ice.
We have, I think it's about 6 or 7 different flavors here. We've got a teriyaki flavor. We've got buffalo, hot, suicide.
I'll just put the wings in here. A few tosses until they're nicely coated. And then pour on the plate.
We have our honey garlic and we have our seasoned wings. And every now and then we throw in something else. The chefs like being creative, and you might see a jerk tossed wing or a Thai wing that they'll do once in a while.
What makes this one your favorite?
Hot and honey, sweet and hot. That's the way it goes, yeah. A little bit of blue cheese. It's really good.
Well, I have to say my favorite is the salt and pepper, and why is because I think it's the perfect date night wing. You're not going to be covered in sauce. It's a little bit more dainty.
It becomes part of people's week. It's Thursday. Oh, it must be half price happy night at the Shady Tree Pub. People like being around where there's a crowd, that's for sure, and that's why people keep coming back.
The salt and pepper wings are definitely worth the drive out. The Shady Tree Pub is located smack dab in the middle between Whistler and Vancouver, just off Highway 99. Stay tuned, we got more local bites coming your way. still to come, shopping totally guilt-free.
All profit we making here goes to support 25 programs of this community.
And a trip out to Lillooet packs a punch.
I didn't really like hockey, so boxing was pretty fun.
The roots of the Legion run deep in the community. Legionnaires support a myriad of causes and come to the rescue in times of need. For nearly a century, they've been an invaluable friend and partner in the Canadian family.
Why not add your voice to the community? Be part of the Legion. It's where belonging matters.
Welcome back to the Shady Tree Pub in Squamish. I'm your host, Nicole Fitzgerald, and you're watching The Express. Peanut butter and jam, Batman and Robin, chicken wings and beer. You can't have one without the other, and they've got 16 beers on tap here. After all, variety is the spice of life, and nobody knows that better than the Whistler Community Service Society. They fund more than 25 plus programs, all for the betterment of our locals.
Oh, it's Anne Klein. Oh my God. You can shop guilt-free, which is unusual. It doesn't happen all the time.
Guilt-free shopping is always in stock at the Reuse It Centre. Fashionistas can bargain hunt free from buyer's remorse.
These signs are here are all the programs Reuse It Centre funds.
All proceeds from the second-hand shop fund programming for the Whistler Community Service Society, from free life coaching to helping get household taxes done.
All profit we making here goes to support 25 programs of this community.
I really like finding things that are super cozy, so this is perfect.
Comfort is at the heart of the Society's outreach program.
The outreach program is a team of people that work with assisting members of the community. We connect them with resources, so it could be financial assistance, or it could be just a lending ear, someone to talk to and bounce some ideas off to.
Ooh, and organic?
A new mom-to-be, this Whistler Community Services Food Bank Director understands the challenges families face today.
It's very busy at the food bank, so busy that we've actually changed our opening hours. Now we're going to be open every Monday of the month from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, just to try to spread out the demand and ensure that we can meet all our clients' needs.
Another need voiced by the community was for affordable renovation materials, and so the Rebuild It Centre was born, giving tiles new life.
So that's why they come to us, and they can buy door for $50 instead of $1,000.
The only woman in Whistler that can pull that off is you. You can. I love it.
The purchase of every coat, every boot, and every sweater not only fuels the 25 plus programs that reach out to residents in need, but the centre also minimizes landfill use and maximizes the value of $1.
It's fantastic, so it's a good cozy feeling coming in here.
And fuzzy has never come so cheap. The Whistler Community Service Society also has a new senior program called SNAP. They're hosting a contemporary cooking class entitled Moroccan Madness on Wednesday, March 23rd at Myrtle Phillip. It's only $10. No napkins are allowed tonight. These sauces are so good you don't want to leave a lick of it.